I can't believe I'm on camera airing out all my business. This is so embarrassing. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited. It has been so long, but it is your girl Tiffany coming at you with another video for Sincerely Nurse Bae. And today, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be dropping all the juicy details about my life, where I've been at, life as a nurse in 2020, and why I may be second guessing my career as a nurse right now, unfortunately. So if you guys are interested, then keep watching. Okay guys, so just to start off, I'm gonna go back to last May when I graduated nursing school. I am so nervous to be filming this because like I don't really put my business or my life out there. But the last year of my life has not been the easiest year. I went through a lot of trial and tribulations, and it just goes to show you that life is not always glitz and glam after graduation. Like shit gets hard and it gets real. But yeah, so we'll start back at May of 2019 when I graduated from nursing school. And that semester, that spring semester, well, going back a little bit before that, that spring semester was really I don't know, it was like a flippy-floppy semester for me. It had me a little bit confused. Of course, at the beginning of the semester, I was like super excited. I'm like, yes, I'm a graduating senior. I'm almost out this, like, yes. And then as I'm starting to get into the rest of the semester and I started doing my preceptorships and then I start taking comps, I start getting really discouraged, mainly because it took me 3 times to take comps in order to pass. So that was really discouraging. I felt like I didn't know anything. I felt like the last 2 years of my life of me studying just was a complete waste. That was very, very discouraging, and I just felt like, how am I possibly going to get on camera and talk about nursing and I can't even pass my exit exam? So that was one thing. And then I started my preceptorship in the ER that spring semester as well, and I just got a little bit of a taste of what that 12-hour shift was like and what life could be like for me in the future. And I was like, I don't know about this. Like, these 12-hour shifts are long and I'm tired and I don't know. So I just was questioning myself and I was super confused. And I was like, how am I going to post videos on nursing? And I don't even know whether or not I'm ready to be a nurse or if this is something that I want to do. Like, I love it, but I'm starting to realize it's a little bit more work than what I thought it was going to be. And of course, now a year or 6-8 months into me being a nurse, I can finally say that yes, it is a lot more than what I thought it was going to be. And to like a lot of you, it's probably like, it's not that big of a deal, girl, just go be a nurse. But it's kind of like, no, you don't understand. Like, I've worked my ass off these last 2.5 years just to put myself in a position to be happy. I also have tons of student loan debt. So it is a lot to take in at one time. So I was just like, I need to take this time to figure it out in my head and just process it. So in June, I posted the beauty video and I was just like, I'm just gonna post beauty because that's part of my channel as well. But by the 4th video, I was like, I have to post something regarding nursing. Like, the name of my channel is Sincerely Nurse Bae. And I was just like, but I'm not feeling nursing. Like, y'all, I wasn't even studying for NCLEX. Like, I wasn't feeling it. I had realized from preceptorship and comps that it was a lot more work than what I thought. I had got super discouraged and I just needed a break. I needed to like, so I ended up not focusing on NCLEX or filming. I just took that time to myself to try to figure out where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do next. So a few months passed. I moved so much. Like, when I tell you that last year was very hectic for me. I moved like 3 times. I did not get settled until I ended up moving to Houston. But October ended up coming around and I ended up being forced to take NCLEX. I am not kidding you guys. I can't believe I can't believe I'm on camera airing out all my business. This is so embarrassing. All right, if y'all don't know me, I'm a procrastinator, okay? I'm a tad bit lazy. If you really know me, then you know. Okay, so I want to say I started scheduling my NCLEX in August. I think I want to say that I think I still have the emails. I'm going to go look for them. I think I want to say I rescheduled my NCLEX like 5 times. I'm not even kidding you. And the last time that I went to try to go reschedule it, the system wouldn't let me reschedule it. Like when I went online to try to reschedule it, it was like, nope, girl, you got to take this test. And I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? This test is a week away. I'm freaking out. I haven't been studying the way I was supposed to. It was just, I was kind of forced into taking NCLEX, and I'm so glad that it happened that way because I ended up taking NCLEX and passing in 75 questions. And I know a lot of my classmates thought that I failed NCLEX, and that's why I had taken so long to say anything about it or to get my license, but that was not the case. I took NCLEX one time, I passed it the first time. It was just so much to handle all at one time. It just was, I had a lot to figure out for myself. So that is what happened. I did not post anything about NCLEX because I don't know, I just felt like I was excited and I was super happy that it was over with and it was like a weight completely off my shoulder. But I was more so like kind of like dang, like now I have to go and be a nurse. Like now I have to get a job. There's no excuse for me to be bartending. And so I'm like, nah, I'm still gonna bartend. Like, let me tell you how amazing God works. Like, he always pushes you exactly where he wants you to be. It's crazy. So he pushed me into my NCLEX. So I'm like, no, I don't want to take NCLEX. He's like, no, you're taking NCLEX. Boom, I was forced to take NCLEX. So after I passed NCLEX, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna finish bartending until the end of the year, because that's what I was doing. I was bartending. So I was going to finish bartending until the end of the year and then just start the new year as a nurse and, you know, move to Houston and start my journey. So God was like, no, that's too late for me. Like, I don't want you to move in January. I want you to move now. So here comes November and I actually end up losing my job. That is a completely different story and a completely different altercation for a whole nother day. But I actually ended up losing my job as a bartender and I packed up all my and I moved to Houston. Like literally like within 2 to 3 weeks, I want to say that I had packed up all of my stuff and I had left and came to Houston. When I moved to Houston, I did not realize how prestigious and magnet status the medical system, like in its entirety, like not just the medical center, but the medical system is in Houston. And I'm thinking to myself like, oh, like I'm a nurse, even though I'm a new grad and I don't have experience, anybody's gonna take me because everybody needs nurses. You know, I can get a job anywhere. So that's like the cliche quota thing that everybody says. Like, if you're a nurse, you can get a job anywhere. Clearly not if you don't have experience. So I ended up taking 90 days. Like, I can't even believe, y'all. I'm so sorry I keep saying that, but it's just not like fun to have to let people know that like I went to school and worked so hard for all this, so this is really hard for me. But I moved to Houston and it ended up taking me 90 days to find a job out here. It was so hard. It was like no one would hire me without any experience, without it being a new grad position or a new grad program. And a lot of the new grad programs and positions were not starting until that summer after the graduating class in May had graduated, if that makes sense. So I was getting really discouraged. And I ended up only getting I ended up getting 3 phone calls back, but the last phone call ended up not working out because I ended up not having experience. And so the other 2 phone calls ended up being from a home health agency, and I actually ended up going with the pediatric home health agency, and that is what I'm doing now. I am a pediatric home health nurse, and I definitely did not go to nursing school with the idea of coming out as a home health nurse, I definitely had a completely different idea and a different stigma for home health nurses and for what they do and what they know. And honestly, I am just so grateful that I'm in the position that I am in today, because I actually love my job. My job has nothing to do with the reason why I'm questioning my career, which I know is really conflicting. That's why it's taken me so long. As you can see, that's why it's taken me so long to film. It's taken me a while to put my feelings into words. But I'll get into that in a little bit. It is just more so, I'm just grateful to be where I'm at. I feel like I'm more protected doing home health. It's definitely still scary working home health during COVID, because you're like entering people's houses in the middle of a pandemic, and it's like, I don't know where y'all been. I don't know who you inviting over. I don't know how serious y'all are taking this pandemic. So I really like to be like fully protected, especially if I'm taking like a PRN case or anything like that. Yeah, so I love my job and I love what I do, but life as a nurse in 2020 is just fucking scary right now, y'all. Like, me and my whole family are nurses. Not my whole family, but me and a lot of my family members, a lot of my immediate family members are nurses. I'm a nurse, my girlfriend's a nurse, my sister's a nurse, my aunt is a nurse, and we all worked through the pandemic, and it was scary because we deal with our own like kind of issues, like, you know what I mean? Like, my sister was 8-9 months pregnant, working on the front lines in the ER in Houston during the whole peak of this pandemic, like during quarantine. I know the numbers are way worse now, but I'm talking about during quarantine, the peak of the quarantine. She was working, and my girlfriend now is still working on the front lines in a pediatric ER in Houston, Texas, and it's just scary. Like, even when she sends me the pictures of like her face from the mask, it's just like, Jesus, I wish people would just stay home, just wash your hands and stay home, cover up. Like, I don't know. So COVID has definitely been scary. It is a very worrisome feeling. It is rewarding. It has its rewards, but you sacrifice a lot. Like, I sacrificed the health of myself and my family and my newborn nephew and my 5-year-old nephew every day that I walk out that door to go to work, and every day that Whitney, my girlfriend, walks out that door to go to work. So it's been scary. It's been a rocky road. I can't speak on exactly what Whitney has been through, but I can say that she has had the worst of the worst. She's seen the worst side of it, and I don't know, y'all, just keep praying, and let's, you know, wash your hands, wear your mask. I'm not kidding. This is serious. So this pandemic has definitely been crazy for us. We've been praying really hard, but we're getting through it. So why I'm questioning my career path is just because nursing is really hard. These 12-hour shifts are long. You don't realize how long they really are until you're actually working them consistently. And if you don't take care of yourself and your wealth, I mean yourself and like your mental and your health and everything, then you're not going to survive very long working these 12s, and you're going to wake up one day and look in the mirror and not even recognize yourself. And that's literally what happened to me. I had gained 30 pounds. I was breaking out all over the place. I had dark circles for days. I wasn't filming YouTube videos. It was just a lot for me to take in, to where, it was just a lot for me to take in, to where one day I woke up and was like, you know what? I have to make a change. So I put in a request for work to get switched to mornings, and it got approved. So I will be switching to mornings very, very soon, and I'm super excited about that. And hopefully that kind of helps with me like questioning my career and whether or not I can do this for the rest of my life. But yes, I am just so excited to be back. I'm so excited to be filming content again and to be here with you guys and just giving it all, everything that I have. And I'm so happy that I went through what I went through, because I grew from it and I learned, and that's why I'm here sitting in front of you all saying this. So yes, it's a growing process, and I cannot wait to bring you along with me, show you all the content, all the ideas that I've been coming up with this year. And yes, I'm super excited. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for supporting me. Please click that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys all very soon.